all of you. Previously, we are discussing about different levels of governments and how they are working at the different levels. For example, in the central level, there is a central government or the union government is there. In the state level, there is a state government also there. After that, we are discussing finally in the local government. The local self-government divided into the three parts. First one is in the district level and the mandal level and the village level. So after that, in these three concepts, we have to learn very much of information regarding to the state government. So before learning about the state government, what are the objectives we have to cover? Today's session we will recapitulate once again. So first thing, what is government? Let us we will discuss about the state government. What are the bodies including in the government of the state? At the same time, what is the role of executive bodies and the legislative bodies? So we will discuss about what is government. After that, what is the state government? And what are the functions of the state government? What are the major bodies including in the state government? The important executive body members and the legislators, what are the roles of those particular members? All these things we have to learn in this session only. Okay, Nana? So, in this session, first we will start with the definition of government. Generally, we are familiar to usage that word government. What is the government? So, the government means a group of people having with authority, they are ruling a state or the country. It is called as a government. A group of people ruling a state or the country. They are having some authority. Maximum all those persons are directly or the indirectly elected by the people only. Through elections they are being as an elected representative at the state level. So such type of body they are consisting as a government. So the government after that one, India is a union of states. India is a union of states. Why? Because at present in our India, according to the latest information which are previously we are gathering, in the 2020, there is a 28 states there in our India. At the same time, 8 union territories are there in our India. In the 28 states, each and every state they are having one particular state government, even though all these states are working under the control of central government. So the central government has a major power. It is controlling and to providing different types of provisions to the central governments at the state level. So the state government is, according to the Article 1 in the Indian Constitution, India is established different types of states in our India. Means especially the 28 states are established in our India according to the Article 1 Indian Constitution. So what is Constitution? The Constitution is a set of rules and regulations which are very helpful to us to ruling ourselves, ruling the country. So article means it is prescribed about a particular part of one of the aspect in that Constitution of India. So the Constitution of India, at the same time article, we have a small clarity about those two things. Next comes to the state government. State government. It is consist with, there is 3 types of bodies are there. 3 types of bodies are there. What are the 3 types? First one is legislative, and second one is executive, and third one is judiciary. So the legislative body, executive body and the judiciary body. Who comes under which bodies? Now we have to get a clarity about this. For example, first we have to learn about the executive body. In this executive body, the first person we have to learn about him, about her. Is first one, he is a governor. About governor, and second one important person in the executive body, chief minister. Chief minister. So the governor and the chief minister, and they are the directly or the indirectly they have executive powers in the hand of the governor, but the real executive powers are there for only chief minister and their cabinet minister. With the help of their cabinet, they are ruling and they are the state. So first we have to discuss about the governor, how he was appointed, and what are the responsibilities of the governor, and what is the qualification? What are the qualifications of a governor to become as a state governor? Like that, all these things we have to learn in this aspect. First one, governor. Governor. He is the first person of the state. He is the first person of the state. He was the first citizen of the state. First citizen of the state, and he was the executive authority. We have a executive authority. We have a executive authority, and he was appointed by President of India. President of India. What are the qualifications to appoint as a one person appoint as a governor? Qualifications. First thing, if a person wants to contest as a governor of that particular state, a person must have 35 years of age. 35 years of age. At the same time, he is not working in any legislative assembly or the legislative council. Legislative assembly or the legislative council. At the same time, he was not belong to the same state. For example, one person wanted to become as a governor for that Andhra Pradesh. If that particular person was not belong to the Andhra Pradesh state only. Maybe that's one best example is there. One person, Bandar Dattatreya, he is belong to the Tamil, especially Telangana, but he is working as a governor of the Himachal Pradesh state. So like that, one person do not belong to that same state if he was wanted to become as a governor of that particular state. Okay, Nana? But here, do not belong to. Same state. And do not work in, don't work in any governmental job, either in the state government or the central government, whatever it may be. A person who wanted to elect as a governor, he was not worked in that particular government offices or the government jobs, either in the central government or the state government. So all these are the qualifications of a member who contests for the governor. So next one, what is the tenure of the governor? tenure of the governor. According to that, the tenure of the governor is working for up to 5 years. Before that 5 years, the tenure, if the tenure is not completed, sometimes he was removed from that responsibility. He was removed from that responsibility with the help of, with the guidelines, with the orders of the President of India. President of India. Before that completion of the 5 years of tenure, if a person was did any constitutional mistakes, he was removed from the responsibility by the President of India. By the President of India. If a person, if a governor was working in the state, he was, for example, not interested, or if he was faced any difficulties because of the political bodies or other things, at the same time he has a thought, I want to resign my job. Immediately, as a governor, he was submitted his resignation letter to the President of India. President of India. So this is the term and the removal of governor. Term and removal of the governor. Okay. What are the powers? What are the powers given to that governor according to the Indian Constitution? Governor has many powers. Governor has many powers. For example, he has a legislative powers. Legislative powers and executive powers. Executive powers and judiciary powers. Judiciary powers. Governor has the legislative powers, executive powers, and the judiciary powers, and other general powers also he was having. What are the different types of powers? For example, if a governor was having okay, governor has many powers. In that powers, we will discuss about the important 3 powers which are belong to the state governor. First one, he has a right. He has a right to dissolve. He has a right to dissolve the government. To dissolve the government, and he has the right to suggest the president ruling. Presidential ruling in the state. At the same time, he was passes the bill, and maybe he stopped the bill at legislative assembly or the council. At the same time, he has a stamp powers. Stamp powers. It has a stamp powers. So this is the total information regarding to the governor of the state. Governor is the first person of the state. Governor is the first citizen of the state. Governor was appointed by the President of India, removed by the President of India. At the same time, he was having a lot of powers, legislative powers, executive powers, and the judiciary powers. For example, we will discuss about the 3 powers here: dissolving the government, right to suggest the presidential ruling in the states. At the same time, if he was passes the bill from the one assembly to means one house to another house, or it should be stopped at one house. Sometimes he was given stamp to make a legislature, to make a legislation, to make a legislation. Next one important person who came from that state government is none other than Chief Minister. Chief Minister. Chief Minister, basically the executive powers are belong to the governor of that particular state, but the real executive powers are belong to the Chief Minister of that particular state. Actually, the Chief Minister of that particular state is known as the known as majorly particularly is belong to the which party got a majority of seats in the elections, and the majority party leader should be considered as a Chief Minister of that particular state. So a person who become as a Chief Minister, that particular person should have the majority in that party, and he mostly majority of the members from the legislative assembly, they are all support to that particular person only. That's why that is easy to make government with the help of all the MLAs and the other representatives in that particular. Next thing, Chief Minister is a real executive officer for the executive authority. Real executive authority. At the same time, he was the leader of the party, leader of the majority party, leader of the majority party, has the responsibilities to ruling and implementation social welfare schemes, and formulating policies. Formulating policies. So what are the eligible criteria to the CM? So the eligibilities of a Chief Minister: a person who contests as the Chief Minister of that particular state, he must belong to legislative assembly. Means he is one of the member of legislative assembly. Legislative assembly. He is must a member of a legislative assembly. At the same time, he got a good majority in that legislative assembly majority. Person must have 25 years of age and is belong to that India. Means he is must be Indian citizen. And same, what are the qualifications we have to discuss about that governor? Same other two types of qualifications also we are discussed here also. So the person who contests as a Chief Minister, that person has must 25 years of age, and he must being as an Indian citizen. He is not working any working in any governmental institutions or the governmental sectors, and not getting any paid from the government. At the same time, if he was having a job in the government sector, when he is ready to contest as a Chief Minister, then immediately he should remove from that responsibilities. removed from that responsibilities. And another one is who appointed chief minister, who appointed chief minister at the state level. The chief minister was appointed by the governor of the state. Governor of the state, and he was removal from the responsibility with the help of disqualified system. Next, what is the age criteria? Eligible age for the contestant as a CM. 25 years must have. Why? Because he is one of the legislative member. All the legislative members have 25 years of age to contest as a MLAs or whatever it will be. Basically, one particular MLA who is having a majority of the people, he is getting the majority of the people support from that legislative assembly. He has a chance to become as a chief minister. That's why he also has a 25 years of age. The tenure of the CM, tenure of the CM is 5 years. CM tenure 5 years. In the some situations when the presidential ruling is implemented or the national emergency or the state emergencies are situated, in that particular time the tenure should be extended for that up to maybe 1 year. After that, every 5 years they are conducting elections. Every 5 years they are conducting elections. So this is the information regarding to that chief minister of that particular state. So let us discuss about the current things what we have to discuss up to this time. So first one, we are discussed about the governor. So the who is working as a first governor of the Andhra Pradesh state and the Andhra Rashtra when it is bifurcated from that Madras province. So Andhra state and Andhra Pradesh and present Andhra Pradesh governors and the chief ministers we will discuss right now. So the Andhra state governor C.M. Trivedi, Chendulal Madhav Trivedi. He is the first governor of the Andhra state when it is bifurcated from the Madras province. At the same time, Andhra Pradesh unified or means it is along with the Telangana region. Unified Andhra Pradesh first governor as usually C.M. Trivedi, Chendulal Madhav Trivedi. And at present, who is working as a governor of the Andhra Pradesh? Bishwabhushan Harichandra. Bishwabhushan Harichandra. At the same time, chief ministers. At the same time, Andhra state when it is formed, the first chief minister of Andhra state, Tanguturi Prakasam. Tanguturi Prakasam, and Andhra Pradesh formation after Neelam Sanjeeva Reddy. Neelam Sanjeeva Reddy, and present Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh. We know very well Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy. Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy. So this is the regarding total information about the CM and the governors. CM and the governors. Let us go to the next topic, the executive body in the state government. What is executive body? Executive body. Sorry, legislative body. Legislative body. It is an important body in the government for formulating welfare activities and the policies. It is important body for formulation of welfare activities and policies. Important welfare activities and the policies are made by the legislative body. In this legislative body, generally in our India, we are following, there is two types of how legislators are there. Enter the India. Enter the India, there is already we have discussed, there is out of 28 states, there is some states, there is approximately 7 states, they are having 2 houses. For example, before that explaining the 2 houses, the legislative body is divided into the 2 parts. First one, legislative assembly, legislative council. So the legislative assembly and the legislative council. Here you should observe 2 houses, House 1 and House 2. So not only in our Andhra Pradesh, along with approximately there is 7 states in our India, they are all having legislative assembly and the legislative council under the legislative body. But some rest of all these 7 states, remaining all are they are following only one house to making the laws and the policies. So what is another names of that houses? For example, if a state has 2 houses, it is called as a bicameral legislature. Bicameral legislature means both the legislative assembly and the legislative council, 2 houses are there in that particular state. And another one is there unicameral legislative. Uni means there is refers to one only in that particular state. Only one house only there in that particular state. So what are the states have bicameral legislation? For example, here one Andhra Pradesh, second one Telangana, third one Karnataka,